What we've been trying to do is send a strong signal, Brian, of deterrence to any other actor in the region, be that a nation state or a terrorist group, that now's not the time to think about widening and escalating, deepening this conflict. That there have been additional attacks on our troops doesn't necessarily mean that the war is widening.
All right, when Kirby says additional attacks on our troops overseas, he means there have been 40 total attacks in the last 3 weeks alone. But the Biden administration is sending a strong message of deterrence. How does that work? Joining me now is Richard Goldberg, former director for countering Iranian weapons of mass destruction at the NSC under Trump. Richard, we have threats tonight from the second in command of Hezbollah saying they're waging their own attacks and alliances of attacks to take the pressure off of Gaza. They call it the agents of resistance. That's happening. And now the White House's comments. How is this message being received?
Well, I disagree with Mr. Kirby. Obviously, we're not sending messages of deterrence. We're sending messages of appeasement. Here's what the White House hasn't done. They haven't ended their nuclear deal with Iran that they cut over the summer. They haven't shut down the bank accounts that they opened over the summer, $10 billion out of Iraq. They haven't stopped the oil flow that's been going to China that they've been allowing. They haven't snapped back the UN resolution to bring back sanctions on Iran. What have they done? They've brought in a new carrier strike group. It's now going to the Persian Gulf. On its way, almost there. But remember, deterrence is two things, capability and will. The president is amassing a lot of military capability in the region, but he has not shown the Iranians any will to actually use that capability, and therefore, he is failing to restore deterrence.
Well, Richard, President Biden is asking Netanyahu for a brief 3-day, they're not calling a ceasefire, they call it a pause to make themselves feel better so they could release more hostages. Netanyahu reportedly rejected the idea and said he doesn't trust Hamas. And it sounds like to me that Biden is listening to the political conversation in the streets and the pressure being brought to bear against the White House over the weekend. Your thoughts on the pause suggestion?
Well, remember, this is the same White House that brokered a hostage deal paying $6 billion for 5 people. Who brokered that hostage deal? Qatar. Who's brokering this hostage deal? Qatar. Who harbors Hamas and is the sponsor of Hamas? Qatar. What are we doing here? Of course this is going to be a hostage negotiation in Hamas's favor. And so, you know what? There's 240 hostages. Let's not talk about a ceasefire to let Hamas live to massacre another day for 12 people. Let's talk about unconditional release of 240 people, or we start putting maximum pressure on Qatar.
Well, apparently they're not worried about Qatar. They're worried about politics back home. Richard, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.